Hello, everyone. I'm Plasmor. As many like to call me, that got the afro. Not the usual stuff. I'm not used to instant reactions on sports events, so this is different. But I've noticed I've been searching a lot on YouTube, and I couldn't find any Astro fans' reactions. So, yeah, I'm an Astros fan. Let's just get out of the way. To quote the great Milo Hamilton, Astros win! One game away from the 2019 World Series. They win game 4, 8-3, and really it looked like from the first inning on we would have drama. Particularly Zach Greinke. He hasn't been pitching well. We're not going to sugarcoat it. It was okay in game 1, but it wasn't good enough. It just wasn't the level we had. He nearly had a whole no-hitter toward the end of the season, but that didn't happen either. So he's been doing shaky at best. And we thought, okay, he walks in the first run of the game. We've got a problem. But to his credit, settled down nicely, took care of business, got 4 1/3, not qualifying for the win, but still there taking care of what he needed to take care of. And by George, thank goodness he did, because this game could have gotten out of hand really fast. He settled in, got things going well. Almost felt like Garrett Cole in game 3. He didn't have a great game, but he settled down toward the end and got better. Still had 7 innings in that effort. Scores the first run by a walk, and that was pretty much the only excitement I think the Yankees really had all game long, because top of the third, George Springer hits that 3-run shot, and you start to get the feeling this was going to be the Astros' night. Just started to feel like, hey, this is the way it's going to end up being. Get ready for a game 5 up 3-1. You're going to have Verlander on the hill tomorrow, and oh boy, if you like everyone says, if you can't beat Verlander or Cole at least twice, you're not going to win the series. So there you go. But the real star, in my opinion, so far in this championship series has been Carlos Correa. Game 2. That he drives in the first run of that game, and then later on in the game, he throws home and gets an out at home plate, saving the tie game at the time 2-2. And then the bottom of the 11th, hits the solo shot to end it. He hits the 3-run shot in the top of the 6th, and, well, I think that was the end of the Yankees' chances to win this game. Uncharacteristically, though, the Yankees committed 4 errors. The Astros committed an error as well, but Alex Bregman kind of caught that line out of the foul ground to get that back. Generally speaking, though, there is a moment I really want to talk about, and that's CC Sabathia. He got taken out late in this game after pitching and relief, and he's going to be retiring at the end of the season. And I'm going to say it like this. I remember also when the Rockets had Dikembe Mutombo for a while, and he got hurt in a playoff game. And I'm going to say the same thing that our commentators for the Rockets said then. I hope that this isn't the last time I see CC Sabathia pitching on the mound in a Yankees uniform. I really don't. I hope that he actually is able to go at least for half an inning tomorrow, or if need be, game 7 or game 6. But let's start off by saying, generally, I thought up to now, I have not seen the Houston Astros play the game that we expect them to play. And I think this is the first time all postseason we've seen the offense get where they're supposed to be. Was it flawless? No, but this is what you're going to see out of the Houston Astros if they have everything clicking. You're going to see home runs with runners on, no question about it. You're going to see people leading off, drawing walks, and then running first to third on a line drive base hit. You're going to see that from the Astros. We saw a little bit of that, but we also saw a ton of miscues by the Yankees. In particular, I think it was the 8th inning. the Yankees already committed an error, and I think there was a fly ball to Aaron Judge in that inning, and would he have had the ability to collect the out cleanly and throw it to second, he would have gotten a double play off of Yordan Alvarez. So a lot of miscues in that game. It didn't kill them so much as the 2 home runs, but in the 8th and 9th inning, you just felt like there was no chance left, and so be it. So finally, one thing I can say though, Tanaka had to go deep in this game. He had to give you at least, I think, 6 innings. He doesn't. He goes 5. He's definitely going to take the loss. It's going to sting a bit. Maybe he gets a no decision. No, he won't. No, he's going to have to take the loss because the Astros didn't get tied up after the 5th. So, yeah, loss for Tanaka. I'm going to check and see who got the win. I believe Presley gets the win. I don't think because Greinke went the minimum 5 innings, he's going to qualify. So generally speaking, today was one of those games that you felt like the Yankees had to win this, and I felt like they were going to win, actually. I was looking at this like I was already kind of penciling this in as a loss, but you never take anything for granted. Zach Greinke pitched his heart out. He needed to, let's be honest. He did his job. Tanaka kind of looked like, I wouldn't say he did terribly, but he kind of looked like he did in the wild card game with the Astros a few years ago. Just didn't have his best stuff when they needed him to. There is one positive for Yankees, though, I will say. Gary Sanchez with that 2-run home run. Finally, he's starting to get something going. He has been absolute garbage in terms of playing this series. And yeah, finally got it done. Bottom line, though, 8 Houston Astros runs to 3 New York Yankees runs. Box score 8-8, 1 error for the Astros, 3-5, 4 errors for the Yankees. Oh my gosh. At least 2 unearned runs because of that. And it's just, wow, that defense couldn't get anything done in the last 2 or 3 innings. I don't know if they gave up. It didn't feel like it to me. It felt like just too much quickness on the base paths, especially with Jose Altuve. But one other thing that definitely happened, Torres had a 10-game postseason hitting streak. That is gone after he flies out to right tonight. He just didn't have his best stuff, and I don't think the Yankees had their best overall game either. You know, they had their best game in game 1. They came close in game 2. I give them a little bit of credit. That close, if they would have gotten that run home, they would have beaten Verlander in game 2, but that didn't happen. So now you go to game 5. You know, you just gotta have to say it right now. The Yankees, they had to win this game, not only to get the series tied and guarantee themselves at least a good setup with their bullpen. They had to win this game because now you know if you do not win this game, you're going to face Garrett Cole again. You're going to face Justin Verlander for sure tomorrow. But now you know somewhere in game 6 or 7, Garrett Cole is going to be ready to go. And the way he's pitching, I don't think there's anyone in baseball that can match up with him. But one thing I want to go ahead and say right now, from what has happened in the first 4 games, and I'm not going to go ahead and say it's automatically wrapped up just because the Astros are up 3-1, is Carlos Correa, to me, is the series MVP right now. 2 home runs, the walk-off in game 2, the 3-run shot that pretty much sealed the Yankees' fate in game 4. He had that stellar defensive play in the middle of game 2 to keep the game tied 2-2 at that point. I mean, I don't see any reason why he's not the series MVP right now. I mean, yeah, you can make a case if Verlander goes like 8 with scoreless, completely, you could see maybe he could get it. But right now, the way it's been, it's a Carlos Correa series. I haven't seen anybody to change my mind in any other uniform at this point in time. If he doesn't make that play in game 2, he doesn't hit that home run, we're talking about a tie series at best for the Houston Astros. And quite frankly, as an Astros fan, I got to say it like this. I've seen some really shaky moments, but they bend but didn't break. You go back to game 3. Cole doesn't have his best stuff by his own admission. He doesn't let anything happen after all the traffic on the base pass. I can't remember how many innings it was. I think it was 4 out of those 7 where there were at least runners on first and second the Yankees had. They didn't score. They had bases loaded in the first inning of that game. Didn't get a run across. Tonight, they had bases loaded. They got a walk-in. They got that run there. So, yeah, the Yankees really shot themselves with the foot. As much as we talked about the Astros and heard it all about how they struggle with runners in scoring position, the Yankees have done way worse. I'm not just talking because the Astros have a good defense. No, I'm not just talking about. The Yankees aren't doing enough when they've had their opportunities at all. So, Game 5 is tomorrow. It's a little bit earlier because I want to get to Houston potentially if there's a game 6. This is the game that you felt like going into it, everything favored the Yankees. It's backs against the wall. They've got to keep their bullpen fresh for the remainder of the series. And it felt like they didn't not only accomplish that goal and lost, now they've got to go up against the best pitchers, arguably, in the postseason right now, and Verlander and Cole. You can make the case for, Strasburg and Scherzer to be up on that level. I'm going to say it right now. I don't see it happening. I like the Astros tomorrow. I'm not going to give you an outright prediction, but I don't see the Yankees winning 3 in a row. They can. I will say that. Yes, if any team in baseball can do it, it'll be the New York Yankees. But I'm not saying it. I'm not going to tell you that you should go ahead and book your tickets in Game 1 in Man-Made Park next Tuesday. But I'm going to say it right now. It doesn't look like it's going to be any different. I didn't write this down, but I had the Astros winning in 6. Very well could still be in 6 games. But after tonight, I don't know what to tell the Yankees fans. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll be back on because, again, I haven't seen many Astros fans who stated anything. So I'll come back on tomorrow after Game 5 and see what happens then. But I'm going to say it right now. Yeah, I had the Astros early on. It was before even the series began. But up to this point, what have the Yankees shown me that they're going to beat Verlander and Cole twice? Not a thing. Although they've come close to kind of giving us a little scare this time, the last 2 games, they haven't beaten them yet. So in any case, again, this isn't my forte. I'm not a sports channel. I don't do sports generally. I just want to give a different perspective from what the Yankees were getting. And I got to say, there are some good channels the Yankees have gotten. Go ahead and check them out. But like, share, and subscribe to this one, and donate to my PayPal at plasmawarrior2002@gmail.com. And tell me how you thought about this. I thought that it was just something different, something from the other side of things that maybe people can go ahead and check out. But again, bottom line, Astros ain't Yankees on the brink of elimination. 1 more game to go for the Houston Astros in the World Series. This will be the 3rd time in my lifetime I'll be able to see a World Series, not up close. I'm not going to have the money for tickets, but still, you get the idea. I'm a very happy Astros fan, and until next time, which would probably be sometime around the same time tomorrow, probably going to be out there and maybe use a credit card to get a officially licensed World Series appearance, whatever it be, AL champion, pennant, blah, 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 whatever they want to put it on there. Until tomorrow, later.